G'day runners, welcome back to God's country. Curl Curl Parkrun on Sydney's beautiful northern beaches. What a morning it is, the birds are singing, cracking sunrise and 545 parkrunners all set to give it their all in a quest for a PB. Strap in, we've got a stacked field this morning in search of that all elusive sub 1645. Let's go! You alright? Oh, hey. It's a pretty competitive start and I've nearly tripped someone over already. There are people joining from left, right, centre, so I think we're in for a pretty good race today. This was a bit of a last minute decision this morning to give parkrun the full send. Haven't been able to follow my own advice and taper ahead of the week. Done around 50 kilometres or so this week, which isn't huge for me, but that has had two pretty intense interval sessions as part of it. So definitely not in peak condition heading in today. But I am feeling half decent, pretty good shape. Legs are giving me some signs of life in this first few 100 metres. In fact, my Garmin on the way to the start told me that my performance condition was -1, which means I should probably still be in bed. But we're here now, so let's give it a full send and see how we go. My last parkrun was 3 weeks ago where I came home in 16:54. Since then we've had the 10k sun run and I'm definitely in need of a bit of a break soon. In these first kilometres, absolutely critical that I don't go out too quickly. I say it every week, but only listen to myself every other week. Have I learnt this time? My 16:45 PB means that I've got an average of 3:21 per kilometre for the entire race. And it's always my strategy to try and run as evenly as possible. That being said, the second and third K on this track have a few rises and falls on it, which can throw things off a bit. So in my case, I need to keep an eye on my HR as much as possible to make sure I'm not skyrocketing and I'm putting in the appropriate amount of effort. You may have seen my nemesis in Han Solo at the start, and rest assured I know he is right on my tail. And Qui Gon Gin in front is rumoured to be around the 50-year-old mark and just running a tempo run today. Both are featured in my recent 10k sun run video and are super fit guys. I'm thinking that I just need to stay on his tail as long as possible. Hopefully he's able to drag me through the harder Ks and get me to the finish. I've always had a pretty good ability to bury myself in the last few 100 metres and kick pretty hard, so hopefully I'm able to stay close enough and I'll be able to nab him at the finish. This guy needs to watch my 5k training tips video. It looks like he's gone out a bit too quick. But fair play to him though, I think he's recognised it relatively early and starting to drop off a bit. The earlier it is that we recognise we've gone out too quickly, the better it is. It allows us to get back onto a more sustainable level and avoid us blowing up towards the end. So we've come through the first kilometre in 3:17, a few seconds quicker than the magic 3:20, but given that the next few kilometres are a little bit hillier, it's good to have a bit of time in the bank. In terms of the race, we're sitting in 5th, shortly about to be 4th. Sticking onto Qui Gon Jin's tail, heart rate is about 172, which isn't too mad. Slightly cooler today at 23 degrees, which makes it a bit more manageable, but it is still only 7 AM. Heart rate's starting to rise a bit from the last kilometre, but ever so slightly to around 176. We go through the 2 kilometre mark in 3:25, which means we're only a few seconds outside of PB territory at this stage. Getting ready to take the knee capper to the left, which you can hear to my surprise, someone's kindly taken out for me. I always try and say thanks to the volunteers, but I don't even think this guy's a volunteer. And what's he doing it? Perhaps he's a sniper about to take out Qui Gon Gin. About to come to the 3k mark and he's looking nice and relaxed. I'm feeling less relaxed. But I'm still sitting pretty on his tail and I'm within striking distance. Hopefully he hasn't got another gear in him because at this point I'm in the 180s and still got a couple of k's to go. And the biggest rise on the course is coming up. 3:29, which is a slow one, it means we're around about 10 or 11 seconds outside of PB territory. Let's see what we can do in this last few k's. Now we're coming into my favourite part of the race, where we meet the rest of the park riders coming around the track. It really helps to break up the monotony, and just to get a few words of encouragement on the way round is always great. I don't quite have enough in me to give much back, but it's so great to see so many people out today. I think the GPS is out a little here as we go through the trees, as we're certainly not running 3:45s, but it certainly doesn't feel like it anyway. So we come into the last kilometre, having done a 3:25, which means we're about 15 seconds outside of PB territory. Probably give myself a bit too much to do, but I'm still thinking about that kick in the last 300 to 400 metres, so hopefully we're able to claw a bit back on that. I can't hear anyone else behind me, so it's just the two of us fighting out for the podium at this point. I'm fully locked in, just telling myself you've only got 2 minutes or so to go. You can do anything for 2 minutes.
Hey, lads.
So we take the right, cross over the bridge, and at this point I'm feeling like I haven't got a huge amount left in the tank. I'm very conscious though that I want to kick with about 200 to 300 metres to go, so I'm really just trying to stay on his tail at this point. Probably should have taken the shortcut there, but I'm close enough, I'm still within striking distance. He's starting to gap me a little bit here, and a nice little look at his watch just shows me how relaxed he is going into this last 400 metres. I'm giving it as much as I can, knowing that I've got less than a minute to go, and I want to kick as we come up to this roundabout in front. I've probably given myself a bit too much work to do in that last few hundred metres. Let's give it absolutely everything we've got coming into that final straight. We are absolutely motoring. We're doing 305s. Is it going to be enough though? Finishing with a 3:16. We managed to claw back 4 seconds in that last K, but unfortunately it's not enough to get the PB and to snag the podium.
Oh, thanks everyone.
I reckon I would have had him if we had another few hundred metres, although there wasn't much in the tank admittedly. Impressively managed to max heart rate at 192, which until a few weeks ago I thought my max was 188. And the split times here show that I gave myself a bit too much to do with that third kilometre of 3:29. I think next time I might have to consciously give it a bit more in that third K to stand me in with a better chance. Believe it or not, we came home in the same time as our last attempt a few weeks back, although I definitely feel like I've progressed more in my fitness.
How did you go?
And come off a pretty intense week with no rest in the legs.
Yeah, a bit better, but still not bad. Hold on,
hopefully
mate.
my training tips have helped some of you. If you haven't seen them, then you can watch them here. Ta-ra.
Oh, look, do you want to get yourself on YouTube? Hello. Thanks, buddy.
Putting that on YouTube, right?
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get my son to watch it. He loves it.
Yeah. Russ Ainsworth.
Ross Ainsworth. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Good running. Good running.
Good running.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Struggle through that one. Well, okay, good work. What did you get?
1821.
PB?
Nah,
What's the PB?
1801.
Wow. Good job. It doesn't, man.
So strong again.